Hello. We'll be looking at adding and subtracting mixed numbers. There are two kind of levels for this. We'll start with some really simple ones. So here's a really simple mixed number addition. Okay, so remember, a mixed number has a whole part and a fraction part. Now the way I add this is I add the wholes first. I add the wholes and the fractions separately. So I'll look at the fractions first. If we've done a bit of adding fractions, we know we need to change these to get a common denominator. Great, so we have common denominator. We can go ahead and add them. Adding the fractions first, 6/15 plus 5/15 is 11/15. And then adding the whole parts. 2 wholes plus 1 whole is 3 wholes. Great, there we are. Now we'll do a simple subtraction. So again, just like before, I need to change these to have common denominator. So I have 7 and 12 as my two denominators. 7 times 12 is 84. So I'll multiply by 12 on the top and bottom here. So we have 48 on 84. And then I'll multiply by 7 on the top and bottom here. So we have 1 whole and 7 84s. Great. Now remember, all we're doing is changing the fractions. It's the same amount, but the fraction has changed so it has the same denominator. A common mistake that I see is people also multiplying the whole number part. So this 1 would be 1 times 7, but that's wrong. Okay, so we do bits separately. 48 minus 7 is 41. No problem. And then 3 minus 1 is 2. So there we have it. Great. Now I'm going to try some harder problems. Have a look at this one here. We have 3 and 2/3 plus 1 and 4/5. Okay, so I'll change the fractions so they have the same denominator. Okay, now we'll do the fraction part. 10 plus 12 is 22. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. Now, we have a problem here. The fraction part has become an improper fraction. So I'll just write this as a side note. We're dealing with 22 on 15. And 22 on 15, can split that up. Okay, so this is the same as if I had 15 on 15 would be 1 whole and 7 on 15. I need to carry that, so convert this into a mixed number. It's 1 and 7/15, and then carry that extra whole in, okay? So this fraction, this mixed number, is the same as 5 from the extra whole and 7/15. Awesome. Okay, now for a harder subtraction. Okay, so looking here, if we have 27, take 7 is 20, but the fraction parts make it a little harder. Let's convert everything to have the same denominator. Okay, I chose 18ths as a common denominator. So if I look here, we have 3/18 minus 8/18, and the problem is we're trying to take away more than we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow one of these wholes. Okay, so now we have 26, and that whole comes into the fraction, and it needs to come into 18ths. Okay, so one whole has 18 18ths in it, so we're adding in 18 18ths. That gives us 21. Okay, now we have subtraction. 21 minus 8 is 13, and then 26 minus 7 is 19. Good. Okay, so the tricky tricks here. In the addition, we may have to carry from the fraction into the wholes, and in subtraction, we may have to borrow from the wholes back into the fraction. Okay, try a few of these out and have fun. Bye.